What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the Logical Dude, your favorite van life living, crypto investing digital nomad. We're back on Monday, September the 27th, 2021 for another episode of CoinLogic TV. It's the Monday market update. We're taking a look at these kind of consolidating, slightly bloody markets. We're going to be taking a look at what's up. We're going to be taking a look at what's down. And then we're going to be taking a look at a couple of articles, one from our own Hive member, Do It Voluntarily, talking about Bitcoin miners moving to new crypto hubs across the world. And then we're going to be talking about Coinbase's latest feature to be able to auto-convert your paycheck directly into Bitcoin or other cryptos. So let's get right on into it. This is coin-logic.com. If you've never seen this before, it's my little crypto resource on the internet. I built this to kind of have like an all-in-one place for everything that I was looking for in crypto. Of course, it doesn't have everything, but we got a lot of stuff packed into one nice, neat little package here. So what I've got here on the front page is the CoinLogic Index. This is kind of where you can keep up with myself and my company, the things that we're invested in. You can see these are all the different coins that we're invested in. We did add 2 coins this week to the index. That is Cake and Auto Farm. So we did a lot of movement. So basically, when I say we, I'm talking about me and my kids. They are kind of my help. I'm trying to train them up right. We are creating a little DAO for ourselves as like a family trust kind of situation. And we are pooling together all of our crypto. They have their own Bitcoin and that kind of thing too. So we're going to pool it all together into these Binance Smart Chain DAO DeFi platforms. So we're going to be creating this DAO that we're all going to own basically an equal share of the tokens in. And the 3 of us are going to be voting teammates. And so that way, if something were to happen to me, because I am living this rock star lifestyle here, if something were to happen to me, they would have access to the funds. They could each go in and vote, and then I'm splitting up my private keys, giving one of them the first 6 words and giving the other one the second 6 words. So they can come together if something, like I said, something really crappy were to happen to the dude, very unduly, untimely and unduly, because I plan to, live for a long time. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. Trying to get healthy, about to hit 40, so getting in the gym, gotta get back, gotta get back in shape, trying to get working out, But anyway, if something were to happen to me, my kids would be able to easily access all the funds and keep things rolling without me around, and they wouldn't have to worry about dealing with the government and dealing with the state taxes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to be talking about that in later dates, but that's why we added PancakeSwap and Auto Farm to the mix, because that's a whole part of it. And like I said, I'm going to do a breakdown on that in a later video once everything's fully set up and, we're comfortable with that. So if you scroll on down, you're going to see curated posts from the Hive Blockchain. Like we have one that we're going to talk about in a little bit from Do It Voluntarily. He's talking about Bitcoin miners moving to different crypto hubs across the world. Now that China's shutting everything down on their end, which in this dude's opinion is probably one of the best things that could happen to the crypto industry, honestly. Because that offers more decentralization and disbursement across the rest of the world for the hash rate, and it helps secure and decentralize the Bitcoin network even further, because China did hold a lot of the hash rate. But they also, if you go and look, they also hold, I think they're like the number 2 holder of Bitcoin, period. But, yeah, I don't have those metrics in front of me, but I saw that somewhere this week. Anyway, if you are on the Hive blockchain and you are posting on Leo Finance and the Hive Hustlers community, we're looking on Leo Finance, but we're really wanting you to start coming into the Hive Hustlers community, because that's where we're wanting to look to. We're going to start focusing on CoinLogic being the finance hub of the Hive Hustlers community. Just kind of, having our own stuff going on here. So go ahead and tag in Hive Hustlers or Hustler in your tag to get our attention. If you're writing good TA posts, if you're writing good crypto news articles, like your own research, I want stuff that's in your words. I want your opinions on things. I want tutorials. We're looking for tutorials, we're looking for stuff like, airdrop alerts and staking and things like that, just information, especially for newcomers and anything that can help any investor in the crypto space. That's the kind of stuff we're looking for. And if we like your stuff, we're going to give it a like, we're going to repost it, and it's going to show up here. And then it may find its way into one of our videos. So if it does, like Do It Voluntary's article has done, then you will get tagged as a 10% beneficiary on the post rewards. So there you go. Write a good article. That article will get post rewards through the Hive blockchain. And then if I get a hold of it and I get to share it on one of these awesome videos, then you'll get 10% of this post rewards. So there you go. We also have another article from our news center. So we have a whole news center that has 4 of the top crypto news sources. The rest of them are really just echo chambers. That or their RSS feeds are locked up. But A&B Crypto, Bitcoin.com, we have news coming from Bitcoin Magazine, and then Decrypt.co. The article that we're bringing from the news center today is the one that is talking about how you can auto-convert your paycheck into Bitcoin with Coinbase's new feature. So we're going to talk about all that in just a moment. But first, let's go take a look at the trending page here on CoinLogic. We're going to take a look at the top 10 gainers of the top 100. So today we do have a few movers. We've got OKB up 17.49%. We got Huobi token up 9.64%. Olympus, never heard of that, 9.34%. DYDX coin coming up at 9.19%. Phantom has had a run at 8.35%. Terra Luna's up. Filecoin's up. eCash is up. Bitcoin Cash ABC's up. And then Monero's up 2.91%. And then our top 10 losers of the top 100, we've got SushiSwap, Mina Protocol, Icon, Osmosis, Tezos, FTX token, Cosmos, Decred, Uniswap, and Harmony. It's not a shock, honestly, to see Cosmos and Osmosis in this bottom list because they did have a really nice run-up over the last couple of weeks. So that is another DeFi platform that I'm involved in. Really awesome platform, earning killer rewards right now. So I'm using that to actually feed a lot of the Binance Smart Chain stuff. So, because it's earning a pretty decent amount per day. And all I had was like 10 atoms staking in a wallet. And then I was eligible for the Osmo airdrop, which I ended up getting like 200 Osmo. And I have like probably 10x the holdings on that in the past few months. Like, it's been crazy. And it went from being like a $200 airdrop to now being over like $2,500 worth of holdings that are earning like almost 200% yield. It's pretty crazy. So I think staking right now is 174% from what I looked at today. And then the liquidity providing, if you are locking that up for like a day's bonding or a 7-day bonding, and then there's 14 days, like it ranges. So it's like 140, 160, and like 180% right now or something like that. So I will be doing a tutorial video, kind of a, overview video on the Osmo platform coming up when I get into this whole new DeFi series I'm going to be doing here pretty soon. So yeah, they did have a big run up, but they've been actually holding really steady for me. That's been a really great investment. So taking a look at the top 10 by market cap, you've got Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano running up to number 3, Tether's number 4, Binance Coin's number 5, XRP's number 6, Solana, USDC, Polkadot, and Dogecoin rounding out at number 10. And then our top 10 by volume, we have got Tether, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum Classic, Binance Dollar, USDC, XRP, Solana, and Litecoin. Taking a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Man, we got some fear in the markets. Everybody's so scared. Oh my God. Fear's down to 26. So it's people getting a little scared. When blood is in the streets, that's when we got to come and sop it up, baby. When people are fearful, that's when it's time to be greedy. And when others are greedy, that's when it's time to be a little fearful and start taking profits. That's like what old Warren B said in a slightly different way. Bitcoin dominance, 42% right now. So it's been holding steady around the 42 range for the last week or so. So around 41, 42% Bitcoin dominance. Maybe looking for a pop-up pretty soon, and then, how, if Bitcoin pops, and then, altcoins are going to come out right after it kind of thing, because it kind of cycles from Bitcoin into the higher caps, medium caps, lower caps, that kind of thing. So you can be looking for another run-up pretty soon, hopefully. Now, I know on the last video we talked about, let's take a look back up here at the Bitcoin chart. We were taking a look back here on the weekly chart the last time we were talking, and I said it was going to break down. We got the sell signal. Well, I was right. It did break down. But I asked, what'd you think about bear market? Maybe? Are we going into it? Was this the dead cat bounce? Or are we going to get another liftoff? Well, it's possible, because we got these nice fallen wedges happening here, and it's happening on a lot of the cryptos that I've been kind of looking at. But we got this fallen wedge that's happening here on the short term, which we know in most cases usually break to the upside. So I'm not going to get really super bullish until we get past this like 48,000, 48 and a half range. If we can break that, stay above it, and then keep rising, it's bull market on, baby. That's like, we're ready for that pumped up to 100, 120,000 kind of thing. So just kind of waiting to see what happens with that. Here on the longer time frame, the weekly, we're still in the money flow here. Our momentum is looking like it's starting to shift. So now our RSI is starting to kind of level out and starting to point up. That's a good sign. That's on longer time frames. That means we might have a nice run up. We go look at the daily here. You can see the daily, we did lose the 200 daily moving average. It did drop below that. After, I was talking about that video, we did drop. And we have been hitting our head on that 200-day moving average for the last week or so. But you can see here on our momentum chart, down here on Market Cipher, we've got the green dot with our momentum starting to turn up. Our VWAP's turning up as well. And then our RSI is starting to try to look like it's wanting to turn up as well. So we could be seeing some new momentum coming into the markets. But, we gotta break. Like I said, we gotta break up hard. We gotta break up past 48.5 for me to be super bullish again. Other than that, I could see us coming back up here to that range. And then if we drop back down, we still got some room to play around in this triangle here. So we could just be kind of consolidating in this range for a while until we either get a break up or we get a breakdown. So I'm not one for predictions, just because I think most predictions are kind of crap, honestly. You have probabilities. That's because that's like one thing that really that charting and technical analysis does give you in crypto is a bit of a probability advance. So like I'm saying with this, it's a good probability that we could break out of this pattern. Not saying it's going to happen today or tomorrow. We could actually drop back down and still be in this wedge. We could drop all the way down here to 38,000 and some change and still be technically in this wedge before we end up breaking out. So that could absolutely happen. Okay. That could be like the final capitulation of this move before we start looking to run up. So if you're trying to day trade this action right now, just be careful. It's just really choppy right now. I'm waiting, right now. All of my stuff, basically, I made some moves in the last week. Again, we're talking about, I pulled all my Bitcoin except for just a little bit out of Nexo. I'm pulling out of a lot of the centralized exchanges as far as like my holdings. I'm using Nexo as my little small jump off for USDC because I have the Nexo token staked. I get free transactions in and out of USDC coin. So I can flip BNB, so I can send BNB from my wallet to Nexo, flip it to USDC, or just take a USDC loan and then pay the loan back with BNB. That's typically what I do. Keeps out of the tax, keeps it tax free. Because I'm taking a loan and then I just pay it back with the collateral. So if you're paying back a loan, that's tax free. Then I send the USDC for free. It's a free transaction to Coinbase, which I use my Coinbase card. Or I have to send it to my bank account to pay bills, that kind of thing. But my Coinbase card here is pretty cool because I get to spend USDC and then I earn back 4% in Stellar, which I then send back to Nexo and kind of help, rebuild that collateral line a little. So, but what I did was I moved a lot of my Bitcoin out and I put it into these DeFi platforms and I put it into Auto Farm and I paired it to Binance Dollar. So it's paired to the dollar and it's auto compounding. So what I'm doing is basically taking each side of the trade kind of thing. I'm an automatic market maker with that amount of money. And then it's earning trade fees. So I'm earning exchange fees for providing the liquidity. Plus I have it locked up into an auto farm, which is it's compounding the actual liquidity. So I'm earning more liquidity tokens as I go along. Plus it's paying out in a little bit of the auto token. Well, so that's what I got my Bitcoin doing right now for the most part. I also have some Binance wrapped Bitcoin that is in Venus Finance that is acting as collateral there. So like it was acting in Nexo, it's acting that same way in Binance. Not earning as much, but I also have Cake Token, which is earning like 40% interest right now. BNB that's in there earning like 7 to 8, 9%. It ranges. And then I can put in BUSD, USDC, or Tether, and they all range between 3 and like 7%. So it kind of ranges as far as the earnings just for having it sitting there. And then I can use that as a collateralized credit line. Completely decentralized at this point. And then that's the kind of stuff we can use in the DAO that I'm starting, like I said, for me and my kids. So that's what I got my Bitcoin doing. It's earning yield as well as it's basically staying stable through being an automatic market maker in the liquidity pools. So I'm comfortable in my holdings right now. Oh, but if you see here, as I have been running my mouth, we just got another red dot here on Market Cipher. And you can see here that the candle is starting to drop, which means that we're losing some momentum here. So we may have another leg down. Our money flow is actually getting ready to flow into the red. Let's actually expand Market Cipher real quick and take a look at this. So yeah, our money flow, which is this green wave indicator here, is getting ready to flow down. It may be flowing into some red, which means money's flowing out of the markets. Got the VWAP that started turning down all of a sudden real quick, and then the RSI is still neutral. But we did get that little sell signal. It's not a very pronounced sell signal, so it may only drop just a little bit. Again, it's just ranging a little bit. Just thought I'd update you because that did happen live on this video. So, as I was looking around through some of the charts, you can see here, like, okay, look at Cake. All right, so Cake has got the same kind of wedge kind of situation going on. Not as clean, a little bit more of a broadening wedge here. But this could flatten out and then turn up the same way Bitcoin does. It may take a little longer time frame for the money to flow into some of the other mid-level altcoins like this, but it'll flow. But again, what's cool about Cake right now is that it is pretty stable. It ranges between 18 and 20 right now. I've seen it as high as like 22 recently. But it's earning like 40% just sitting there acting as collateral for me. So I'm A-okay with that. So yeah, let's go and talk about Bitcoin miners moving to new crypto hubs in Texas and elsewhere by Do It Voluntarily. So after the crackdown on crypto in China, it's caused miners to look elsewhere to set up shop. That's been some moving to areas like Texas and even Alberta, Canada, to try and establish new crypto hotspots. But not everyone is happy about the prospect of crypto community moving to their area. Some towns have pushed back on crypto mining operations over concerns related to energy consumption. This has helped to increase interest for more green Bitcoin projects that are already going on in the US and elsewhere. Side note, part of mine and my kids' DAO is eventually going to, the plan is to eventually go to pay for a remote piece of land looking like down in South Oregon, something like that. Looking for a little piece of desert land that we can set up like a solar mining farm. I would love to do that. But anyway, that's a whole other subject. Anyway, but it ties into this article. So the great Bitcoin mining migration. So for those who are moving out because of the government crackdown, some have said that they will never go back again after this reversal. It's estimated that some 70% of the mining power for Bitcoin used to reside in China, but things have drastically changed. There are places in the US and Canada that are already looking at potential for what to be a crypto mining hub, or looking for what a crypto mining hub might mean for them. And thousands of their Bitcoin miners have already been sent to different locations. Some political representatives have even sought to attract those miners specifically, like the Miami mayor, who has been one of the more vocal about crypto support. In Miami, they are allegedly working to lower the cost of electricity in the region so that they can attract more Bitcoin miners to the area. Which makes me second guess my whole, because I got property in the Keys. My family does, so hey, I might go back to the Keys at some point if crypto starts going nuts in Miami. So already talking to the folks about filling up the roof with solar panels, so we'll see what happens. But anyway, green crypto mining operations have already been launched and are being worked on in the US, Canada, and around the world in other areas. However, while some are excited about the prospect of Bitcoin mining in their own communities, others aren't interested, and few areas have even looked at banning those operations altogether. It's because they don't understand. Just don't get it. As far as green Bitcoin mining goes, it's estimated that some 56% of Bitcoin miners are already using sustainable and renewable energy sources of electricity. I said, up in Washington, they're basically sitting right on the Columbia River, right next to a hydroelectric dam. There's huge mining facilities up there. And they're running off of basically extra power, extra power that the hydroelectric dams are producing that's not going out to the communities, so they're absorbing it and they're mining Bitcoin with it. Like I said, I want to be able to get into a solar and kind of a wind generation kind of mining setup somewhere in, a remote desert location or something like that. So yeah, I would like to be able to expand like that. So I have some really cool ideas and some ways to get that started through a DAO setup kind of thing, and having it all paid for by decentralized finance. I think that would be really awesome. So let's talk about now the next article from Bitcoin Magazine about how you can now convert your paycheck to Bitcoin with Coinbase. The Coinbase is rolling out a paycheck, direct deposits, and auto conversions into Bitcoin. That's pretty cool. That would be really cool if I could get my Grubhub and my DoorDash income to go in there and get auto deposited into Bitcoin. I would love that. So Coinbase is rolling out a paycheck, direct deposits, and auto conversions into Bitcoin. The $223 billion Bitcoin and crypto exchange posted on their blog today that they will roll out the feature over the next few weeks. Paychecks directly deposited into Coinbase can be converted directly into Bitcoin, cryptos, or US dollars. That means you can also get it converted into USDC and use on my little Coinbase card. Oh, and wait, there's more. It can also be used to trade, earn crypto rewards, or load a Coinbase card. Haha. They found me a pretty cool little solution here, or somebody else has found a solution to get rid of the banks kind of thing. Because even though Coinbase is part of the whole digital currency group, which is essentially part of the banking cartel, they are still a crypto exchange, and they are trying to, help with the adoption. So that is why I still use Coinbase on that end of things. No, I'm not cool about the whole, teaming up with the government and all that kind of stuff, but I get it. I get why you're doing it. You are now a publicly traded company, blah, blah, blah. You got to play ball in some instances. But yeah, that's why I like the whole USDC in and out of Coinbase. I don't like selling stuff through Coinbase because, USDC is just dollar based. There's no capital gains, really. So, is what it is. Plus, yeah. Anyway, the new feature will also allocate as much or as little of the paycheck as they want. Notably, the new feature boosts a zero-fee deposit, making the process a bit more efficient and cheaper for users who frequently send funds to Coinbase. That is really freaking cool because, yeah, those little fees that they charge to onboard and that kind of thing, they start to add up pretty quick. The Coinbase has put no restrictions on which cryptocurrencies outside of Bitcoin one can have their paycheck auto-converted to. That's pretty cool. The new payroll feature must be set up only once. Users can manually enter and sync Coinbase with their employer or manage their payroll allocation directly on the app. Definitely going to be checking into this. The feature is enabled through a partnership between Coinbase and a number of companies, including Fortress Investment Group, M31 Capital, Nansen, and Super Rare Labs. The news comes just 1 month after Coinbase announced it has updated its investment policy to include a 10% quarterly income allocation in Bitcoin and a handful of speculative cryptocurrencies, and also committing to investing $500 million of its $4 billion in reserves into Bitcoin and crypto. The last August, Coinbase announced that it is launching in Japan through a new partnership with one of the largest banks in the country, Mitsubishi UFJ Financial Group. Good for them. The partnership will allow 40 million MUFG account holders to quickly access and begin buying Bitcoin on Coinbase. So Coinbase is expanding. They're expanding into all kind of stuff. That's really awesome. Good for them. I'm glad that they are coming out with this kind of product. Their Lend feature got shot down by the SEC, but the SEC is on this ungodly rampage and really overstepping their boundaries, which is in line with the rest of this administration here in the U.S. The entire administration is overstepping its boundaries. They're not even going by the Constitution at all. It's really freaking ridiculous. But that's why I don't really have respect for them all. I don't care. I'm going to offer the things that I'm going to offer regardless of what they say. My companies are going to run the way they're going to run. And they're on decentralized, and the cool thing is they're going to be on decentralized blockchains, so they can't really do anything about it. Good luck also trying to find me. I'm a fucking nomad living in a van. So yeah, that's it for me today, guys. I love you guys. Be cool, be real, always abide, and don't get wrecked out there. Have a great day. Peace out.